I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today in Anime Reaction, we watch the 8th episode of Kono Bijutsubu. If you want to check out our reaction to the 8th episode of Kono Bijutsubu, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos. And thanks for watching.
So on this episode of Kono Bijutsubu, if I could learn how to speak, we had a two-parter, basically. So in the first part, they decide to look into the art club storeroom, which is apparently right next door to the art club, because Usami cannot concentrate on drawing the plaster bust because
it looks fucking ridiculous.
It looks fucking ridiculous. So she wants to buy a new one. However, the president spent all the club funds on a pillow.
Naturally. Also, I gotta say, I really want to cosplay as that bust now.
Amigo!
Amigo!
Anyway, so he mentions that there's a
storage room.
That there's a storage room. So they go get the keys from the older teacher, and they open up the storeroom. The door's busted.
And find the result of his experiments. Oh wait, sorry, wrong anime.
And basically, Usami and Subaru end up getting sidetracked and sit down for a while, take a break.
That's how every room cleaning goes.
Yeah. Then the club president comes by and just tells them to lock up before they leave, and then closes the door and decides to get one little spat in on Usami when she can't really lay a beat down on him.
So what does she do? She punches the door,
which knocks it completely off track.
And makes it impossible to get open.
One punch!
Yeah, she, well, anyway, so her and Subaru are stuck inside the room. And
no way out.
Yeah, well, they think that there's no way out. And, of course, things are getting awkward because Usami has,
That was lame.
A very adorable
imagination.
Yeah, a nice delusion.
And then in a little bit of a brief hope spot, they hear Colette come outside the door, and they yell out to her, but she's listening to music on her phone.
I do want to say something about that. Despite how loud any sort of headphones are, usually you can hear through them.
True.
It depends.
If you're Colette or not.
I have a set of headphones that are, even though they're earbuds, they're basically act like noise canceling headphones. Like, they're really, really good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, also.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah, maybe, I guess the only hope they really had for Colette to notice that there's someone in there was if they were knocking on the door that slightly kind of warps. But that's a long shot.
She's also kind of an idiot, so she probably just wrote off whatever noise she might have heard. Anyway, so
for the sake of being funny,
they're stuck in there for longer. They think they're going to be in there all night.
But somebody's supposed to get scared, but then Uchimaki, in a kind of silly / smooth move, pulls out one of his waifu to let her know that we're not alone.
Incidentally, is also a flashlight.
How?
2 LEDs in a big enough head. It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty obvious, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Kind of makes me want to attempt to turn now into one of those.
No, not now.
We should get an Android character for that one.
Yeah.
Well, we could go with like a Xenon with the cat ears and have the same style as waifu he had.
But so they decide to start flashing the light outside of the window in the room, and
hoping to get the attention of a teacher patrolling the hallways.
Then the female teacher walks up. Of course, she's scared.
Fan service sensei.
Because, well, yeah, she's not really an adult. Let's face it.
Oh, Yumiko. Adorable.
But yeah, she sees the light, then she gets closer, and they flash the light again, and all she can see is this ghostly figure with glowing eyes.
Smiling back at her.
Oh god.
That was
Not gonna lie, it would freak me the fuck out too.
Being a security guard, if I saw that, I'd flip shit.
Just out of nowhere, just like, huh?
I mean, I've almost thrown things at mirrors because I saw myself, turned on the light and saw myself in the mirror. Woo. It freaks you out, especially when it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
And you know that you're the only person in the building, or the only person who's supposed to be in the building.
But you just think that someone, even just the thought of someone else being there, it's enough to freak a lot of people out a little bit.
Anyway, they end up getting out of the room because they find a picture of the former art club, and they see that there's a door on the side of the wall.
Convenient.
And it leads directly into the main art club room.
Even though it's hidden behind the storage locker.
Yeah. Well, it's hidden behind the cleaning supplies locker.
Or the Colette locker.
Or the Colette locker, however you want to put it. Which, by the way, that locker is on the opposite wall than it was in the first episode on my one.
Right.
I do want to point out.
You're all right.
Because it was on the same side as the couch.
Yeah. So, either they have two, or
A cleaning supply locker and a Colette locker? That would make sense.
Or the animators just can't remember where they put stuff.
Yeah, like a consistency.
Yep. So yeah, they get out.
I also want to mention, I would probably never be able to be as lucky as them. Because I would just resign myself to spending the night there.
Yeah, I totally would too. But
I don't think I would. I'd just be like looking for a way out. And if I couldn't find one,
quite frankly, if I got caught in there, I'd probably bust the door down.
That's what I was thinking. And being on racks, I don't think it'd be that difficult.
Yeah, you should honestly just be able to lift it and like swing the bottom out.
Exactly. Or if you're like scared and desperate, you could knock it off track.
Then again, we're both really big dudes.
And they're in middle school.
They're middle schoolers. So
I mean, like, my mom and dad would probably kill me for disappearing for a night. But
I mean, just be like, well, I was trapped in a room. The door wouldn't open. The door was stuck.
Right.
Here, the teacher who found me in the morning can verify.
yeah, pretty much.
But so the second part, it shows Subaru and
Imari.
Imari. It shows Subaru and Imari basically
chilling out.
Yeah, they're looking through the manga in the storage room.
Much to Usami's chagrin.
Well, when Subaru hangs out with another woman. But through the series of events, basically a little envelope falls out of the manga that Imari's reading, and it turns out to be a treasure hunt, like a bunch of clues.
It's a letter left by previous club members telling them that, hey, there's a treasure buried around here. Follow the clues.
Yeah.
I mentioned this in the reaction, but in our high school, middle school, that would never happen.
Well, probably because, particularly in our high school, I don't think people would stay around long enough for like school clubs to have that kind of history.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are plenty of school clubs that do have a lot of years under their belt, but it's not like a coherent history like you see there.
Yeah, and also you don't.
Usually, it's kind of you get rid of everything that you did in the
exactly,
past year
or you take it with you. Yeah, there's
or you burn it.
Yeah, throw it out. There's not a whole lot of
So there
sentimentalism.
are some storerooms in our old school that had some pretty neat stuff in them, but they're not accessible to students.
Yeah.
But so going forward, they go treasure hunting. They find that the men's bathroom window, we're looking for Ko.
Yeah, the Hiragana character.
Yep, which is basically
Yeah, basically it leads them to the boys' restroom, and then tells them to look out the window and look for it tells them just to look for Ko. And as it turns out, it's a hiragana character that is basically the tiles on the ground that are right below there. They're all slightly different colors, and there is a group of them that look like they are the character for Ko and katakana. You know, thinking back, they should have realized that it was something like what it was based off of where it's telling them to go. Telling them to go to the boys' restroom. It would expect that a girl is not going to find it.
Clever, actually.
Which is actually quite clever.
But I guess they didn't imagine a co-ed treasure hunt in the future.
Could the girls' restroom that's right next to the guys' restroom find the same thing?
Well, yeah, you could just like turn your head a little bit more to find the same thing, but just saying, if you're going off of the actual like instructions, yeah.
But as we continue, they go to where that Ko is. The next part of the clues are I forgot exactly how it worded it, but basically
find the letter of the alphabet. I think that's all it said. Even though, if you're looking at the pattern in the tile in any other direction, it can be considered as an English letter.
Yeah. So good job.
So, yeah. Well, to be fair, they're in middle school.
To be fair, they're in middle school. To also be fair, if you did that, they're counting by where the stroke ends in the letter. So technically, two of the letters would end in the same place anyway.
Right.
So it's not that big of a deal. The next clue was there's something about Vincent van Gogh's paintings that had sunflowers in them.
Yep. Between I think it was, what was it, 1890 and 1910?
No.
It's earlier in the 19th century.
It was the dates that it gave was his birth and death.
Yeah.
There was a clue that it was Van Gogh.
Yeah.
And he had 7 paintings that had sunflowers in them, apparently.
One's missing, but yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Usami is the only one who knows this.
Honestly, that's kind of a weird thing to know.
It is very obscure.
Even if you're in an art club, that's kind of obscure.
Well, it's to safeguard the treasure, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
I guess if if you realize what painter it was talking about, you could go look up that information, but she knew it off the top of her head, which is strange.
Yep.
Art nerd.
But the real surprise is that the other two knew nothing of Van Gogh. Didn't even know,
He is kind of famous.
for Starry Night.
I'll just leave it at that. There you go. It's one of the most famous paintings in the world.
Being one of the artists who went insane and cut off his own ear. But yeah. Anyway, they found the treasure and decided that they are going to split it evenly.
That's fair.
Yep, totally fair.
So what? Everybody gets 10 pages.
Because they open it up and it's a porno.
Boom! Open it up and then Usami shuts that shit down quick. That was fucking hilarious.
That was pretty funny. And then, of course, the awkwardness afterwards.
Yep. I don't want to talk about it.
Which I thought that was hilarious because you don't usually see that. Usually it's just the hilarious situation, her getting pissed off that it's a porn mag, and then the episode would end. But the fact that it showed Usami and Subaru sitting there all embarrassed.
And the president
hilarious.
What happened to you?
Nope, nothing.
I want to talk about it. Anyway, so I think that's about it for this one. Let us know what you thought of anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
Hi everyone, Otaku Saga here, and we really hope you enjoyed this episode of Anime Reaction.
Yeah, and if you have an idea for an anime that you'd like to see us watch, leave a comment down below.
If you really like what we do, feel free to subscribe to our channel and visit our website at www.otakusaga.com.
And as always, thanks for watching.